Daniel in the Lion's Den, Faith Under Fire. Long ago, in the kingdom of Babylon, there lived a man named Daniel. He was wise, faithful, and honest. Because of his character, King Darius trusted him more than all the other officials. In fact, the king planned to make Daniel ruler over the whole kingdom, but jealousy is a dangerous thing. The other officials could not stand Daniel's success. They searched for a way to bring him down, but Daniel lived such a faithful life that they found no fault in him except in his devotion to God. So, they came up with a wicked plan. They convinced King Darius to sign a law that said, for the next 30 days, no one may pray to any god or man except the king. Anyone who disobeys will be thrown into the den of lions. The law was signed, but Daniel did not hide his faith. 3 times a day, just as he had always done, he knelt by his window and prayed to God. His enemies caught him and rushed to the king. Though the king loved Daniel, he could not change the law. Reluctantly, Daniel was thrown into the lion's den. The heavy stone was rolled across the entrance, and the king spent the night in sorrow, unable to sleep. At dawn, King Darius hurried to the den. With a trembling voice, he called out, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God been able to rescue you from the lions?" And then came a voice from the darkness, "O king, live forever. My God sent his angel to shut the lions' mouths. They have not hurt me." The king was overjoyed. Daniel was lifted out of the den unharmed. The very officials who had plotted against him were thrown in instead, and the lions devoured them instantly. From that day, King Darius issued a new decree that all people in his kingdom must honor the God of Daniel, the God who delivers and saves. Moral lesson: Daniel's story reminds us that faith may be tested, but it should never be hidden. Even when pressure surrounds you, stand firm in your values and beliefs. God honors those who remain faithful, and he has the power to shut the mouths of the lions in your life, whether those lions are fear, opposition, or hardship. Never compromise your faith for comfort or safety. Stand strong, and like Daniel, you'll see that God never abandons his own. The Good Samaritan, the power of kindness. One day, a man was traveling from Jerusalem to Jericho. The road was dangerous, filled with sharp turns, steep valleys, and hiding places for robbers. As he walked, suddenly, thieves attacked him. They beat him, stole his clothes, and left him bleeding by the roadside. Alone, helpless, and close to death, he lay there, hoping someone would come to help. Soon, a priest came along. Surely, he would help. But when the priest saw the wounded man, he crossed to the other side of the road and walked away. Not long after, a Levite, a religious leader, passed by. The man must have thought, "This one will show mercy," but the Levite also looked at him and went on his way, leaving him to suffer. Finally, a Samaritan came along. Now, Jews and Samaritans were enemies. No one would have expected him to stop, but when he saw the man bleeding, his heart was filled with compassion. The Samaritan knelt beside him, cleaned his wounds with oil and wine, and carefully bandaged them. Then he lifted the man onto his donkey, took him to an inn, and paid for his care. He even told the innkeeper, "Take care of him, and if the cost is more, I will repay you when I return." Moral lesson: the Good Samaritan teaches us that true love and kindness have no boundaries. Real compassion is not about who you are, where you come from, or what title you carry. It's about how you treat people in need. You may not be able to change the whole world, but your kindness can change someone's world. Never walk past someone who needs help. Be the light, be the hand, be the hope, because love in action is the greatest message of all.